We have cells, or our body is made of cells, and we have around 100 trillions of cells. These cells are covered by something that we call the cytoplasmatic membrane. Embedded in this membrane, we are going to find several proteins, which are called the internal membrane protein of the cytoplasmatic membrane, which are going to serve as antenna. These antenna, or small antennas, are going to get the different frequencies of the environment. We are talking about what? We are talking about a system, a way that we have in our bodies in order to get the frequencies that is going to produce the movement of our life. And remember that life is movement. So if there is not these kind of signals from the environment, we are not going to be alive. We need the frequencies of energy of light, sound. We need the frequencies of energy of temperature in order to produce the movement inside us. These antennas are going to get those signals, and it's going to transduce, to transfer these signals to part of the cell that it is called the microtubules. These microtubules are going to generate, with the first messengers that exist inside these microtubules, are going to generate these signals, but in an amplified form. And at the same time, it's going to transport these signals to inside the cells, what we call the cytoplasm, in order to create energy in the mitochondria, one of the organelles, in order to create the information to synthesize proteins in the nucleus, what we call the DNA. So we are going to store this information also there to use it in the moment that we need it. This is a way that the frequencies of energy of the environment is going to work inside us. It means that there is not only one way that we are going to get that kind of signal or information. We have several ways. For us, when we talk, when we think, when we act, when we eat, they are forms in order to generate that kind of frequencies of energy and to catch, to get those frequencies of energy from the environment. But from the religious point of view, there is not only the offerings or the ball on the board in order to generate frequencies to resonate with those frequencies of the environment. There is another way. There is another form that the Orisha advise and demands from us in order to be in resonance with them. What is that? Well, the Orisha's drum. When you are asked by the Orisha to offer a drum, you are offering a kind of, let's say, party for the Orisha. But the main purpose of that drum that we are offering to the Orisha is to produce those frequencies of energy that is going to resonate with those Orishas. For example, when we are offering a drum, the first things that the drum players do is to sit in front of Orisha, in front of the Orisha spot, where it is supposed that the energy of the Orishas are concentrated, and start playing, producing sound that is called oro in Yoruba. When you translate that word, is the meaning of oro is word. When you are talking, the words that you are pronouncing, they are sounds. So when you are playing the drums, you are talking to the Orisha. In that moment, you are establishing a kind of relationship with them. You are resonating with them, and you are attracting those energies of the Orisha. When you play for the people, in order to produce that kind of music for the people to dance, you are getting the people involved in that kind of procedures, or in that kind of activity that is going to make the people emit the frequencies of energy of the Orisha. Because each of the Orisha has a kind of song. Each of the Orisha has a kind of sound when you are playing the drums. And at the same time, each of the Orisha has a kind of dance or dance movement. It means that in that moment, you are in resonance with the spectrum of frequencies of Orisha each of the time that you are dancing, singing, and playing. This is one of Ifa sign that is called Osalubeyo. In Yoruba means Osa, the environment. Lu, play the drum. Right? And Obi, the head. Yo is dancing. So it's dancing with the rhythm of the environment. That is what we are, an antenna that is constantly in resonance with the environment that is directed, ruled by the Orisha. That's why when you are asked to sacrifice, to make a sacrifice of offering a drum to the Orisha, is a way that the Orisha are asking you to get that kind of resonance in order to get whatever you are asking them. It's a conversation. It's a talk. It's a kind of relationship, a close relationship that you are establishing with Orisha, for the Orisha get those things for you, and those things be manifested in your life. This is the relationship between Orisha, frequencies of energy, sacrifices, and the purpose of those sacrifices in order to get into a resonance with those Orisha and with those frequencies of energy that is going to be needed in order to be manifested, or to see manifested those things that we are asking the Orisha, we are asking Olodumare, or we are asking, in this case, the rumole. This is the most important thing, how we sacrifice offering a drum, and how we can get whatever we want in our life with that drum offered. It means that when we are in a place where a drum is playing for the Orisha, we need to sing, we need to dance for the Orisha in order to get results, because we are like the TV antenna. Those broadcasting system are sending signals for a TV or to be displayed on a screen of a TV. When you turn on your TV and you in that moment press in the control 1, 2, or 3 of those buttons in order to get a channel or one of those signals that is in the environment to be displayed on the screen of the TV, in that moment you are getting your TV to send the same signal or the same frequency of energy of this channel that you want to see or to watch on your screen. It's the same thing for us. Our life in this case is like a big screen. Whatever we want to be displayed, or want to see displayed on that screen, we have to meet it. For the Orisha, we have to do the sacrifices in order to get or to meet the same frequencies to get what we want from the Orisha that is demanded. This is a relationship between sacrifice, Orisha, frequencies, and our life. Use to transfer these signals to part of the cell that it is called the microtubules. These microtubules are going to generate with the first messengers that exist inside these microtubules are going to generate these if there is not these kind of signals from the environment, we are not going to be alive. We need the frequencies of energy, of light, sound. We need the frequencies of energy, of temperature, in order to produce the movement inside us. These antennas are going to get those signals and it's going to transduce. We have cells, or our body is made of cells, and we have around 100 trillions of cells. These cells are covered by something that we call the cytoplasmatic membrane. Embedded in this membrane, we are going to find several proteins, which are called the internal membrane protein of the cytoplasmatic membrane, which are going to serve as antenna. These antenna or small antennas are going to get the different frequencies of the environment. We are talking about what? We are talking about a system, a way that we have in our bodies in order to get the frequencies that is going to produce the movement of our life. And remember that life is movement. So